Hey everyone, today we're gonna learn how we can use this to create bubbles in Blender. So let's get started. Starting with the initial setup, I have a really simple lighting setup here with the camera and an empty in the middle which will be our focus point. For the environment, I'm using a really simple gradient image which I found on Pinterest, but you can find something similar as well. Going to the camera view here, I'm gonna press Shift A and add a UV sphere which will act as our bubble. Changing it to shade smooth, I'm gonna use the shortcut Ctrl 1 to add some subdivision to it. After that, fixing its position a little to match it with the empty so it stays in focus. And for the background, I'm using this really cool image that I found, which I'll link in the bio so you can check it out. Now, pressing Shift A, image, and then adding it as a mesh plane, I've imported the background image here already, and this will act as our background. Now we can get started with the bubble material. Going to the material tab, I'm gonna press plus to create a new material and rename it to bubble. I have the shader editor open here already on the left side, and I'm gonna use just the Principle BSDF to create our bubble material. So for the first step, let's go to the roughness and decrease it to be almost around 0. And next, we're gonna increase the transmission to be full. This will make our object look like glass and add some transparency to it as well. Next, we can go to the thin film and increase the thickness to be around 600 to 700. If we zoom in, we can see some colorful reflections on the side of our object. So to make it more visible, let's go to the IOR and decrease it to be somewhere around 1.01. Now our object becomes fully transparent and looks a bit more similar to that of a bubble, so we can play around with the IOR to create some different results as well. If we change the thickness again in the thin film option, the color change is more visible now. Finally, we can go to the IOR of the thin film and decrease it to be somewhere around 1.1. Changing the thickness now will create some cool and different colorful reflection. And now our object is fully transparent and looks exactly like a bubble. And finally, we can add some last adjustments. I'm pressing Shift T to duplicate our bubble here to fill up the scene and create a cool composition. I'm gonna select one of these bubbles and bring it closer to a camera. If we go to the render view again, a nice blur will be formed on that bubble. And as we can see, it has some nice reflection on each of the edges. I'm gonna create some smaller bubble here as well by duplicating it and spreading it across the scene. Again, we can select any of our bubble and change its material anytime, and it'll be automatically updated on all of our bubbles. Here I've added a simple text as well behind our transparent bubbles, and moving the background image as well will create some different results. So this completes our tutorial on how we can use the thin film to create bubbles in Blender. So if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe, and thanks for helping me reach 1000 subscribers. See you guys in the next video. Thank you.